How's it going, everyone? That one, Doofus, and today I'm here to talk about two things that got revealed yesterday from the gaming industry: Crash 4, It's About Time, and the Smash Fighter Min Min. So, first, I'm just going to jump right in and talk about Crash Bandicoot 4, and I'm just going to say it out loud right now. I think it looks really good. I wasn't expecting it to look bad. After the Insane Trilogy and CTR Nitro Field, I think I'm not alone when I say I have high expectations for the Crash series, at least higher than you would back in, say, 2008 after a few notable titles, to say the least. Actually, I wouldn't say notable is the best word. I would say questionable. That's probably a better word. But, yeah, Crash 4, it looks really good. Visually, the graphics, they look really good. I wouldn't say they're absolutely mind-blowing like Crash Insane Trilogy was whenever it was in full 4K, and that's probably because we're just used to seeing Crash in modern gameplay now. So it's not like, whoa, I can see Crash's pores on his nose or something. No, it's just like, okay, Crash, he looks nice. But I should probably mention how the character designs are now different. And personally, I think they all look good. Or at least fine, at the very least. None of them are bad. Crash himself still looks like Crash, you know. I think his face is a bit wider, but it's fine. I think he still looks like the lovable Crash. Sister Coco, she looks fine, you know. It's Coco. Can't really mess up her design that badly unless you actively try to, which some past games may have tried to. I can't really tell whether it was intentional or not. Anyways, as for Neo Cortex, this is something everyone's pointed out already. He looks thinner, and personally, I don't think he looks that bad when he's thinner. He still looks like Cortex, just like how Crash and Coco still look like Crash and Coco. As for the gameplay, I think it looks really good. It's classic Crash with some new elements added, and I think that's what everyone was wanting. We just wanted a new Crash 2D and a half platformer that gave us some new abilities to slap on Crash or Coco. Give us Cortex while you're at it, because they did that as well, and I think it all looks good. The time freeze mechanic looks like it could be neat, having to freeze things and then be able to jump on it. I could see some instances where you have to instantly freeze and then instantly jump right afterwards, or sometimes even freeze while in mid-jump if that's possible. The gravity lets you run on ceilings, if I'm not mistaken. I think it also lets you run on walls, but I couldn't tell if that was a separate power-up or not. I think it was a separate power-up, but I think they look really cool. I think it changes up Crash's gameplay enough where I think it stands on its own from, say, the original Crash trilogy, but it still falls in line with those games. I'm really excited for October 2nd. I'm just excited for fall release games, because there's a lot of stuff coming out then. You got Tony Hawk, you got Crash, you got Lego Star Wars. I'm sure I'm forgetting something else, but I think it really looks good. And personally, I don't know why they're doing costumes again. I don't have a problem with it. I just don't really see why you would do it in a platformer that lets you, or I wouldn't say lets you, it seems like you have to wear other costumes. They're going to go over these costumes anyway. It just kind of feels pointless, because at that point it's like a costume over a costume, but who knows? Maybe they do more things than that. Maybe it's like an aesthetic that, like, a trail follows Crash as he runs or something. I don't know. I could see it being cool. I wish it wasn't a digital only thing, but, gotta convince people to buy things digitally so you can make more money. But it's fine. Overall, excited for Crash 4. It's about time, because really, it's about time we got a new Crash game. And in my opinion, I think it's about time Crash got into Smash, but that would be for a future video. However, I'm still going to talk about Smash, meaning that I'm going to segue this over to a Smash discussion. Okay, so now we're talking about Min Min. Yeah, I know, what a great transition of topics, am I right? Yeah, that's what I thought. So, Min Min got revealed for Smash 4, and personally, I was kind of disappointed when it wasn't Springman. Okay. Just let me explain myself. The reason why I think Springman should have been in Smash is because of a few things. First off, I think Springman just deserved to be in Smash, just due to the fact that he's basically everything you can be, but a fighter in Smash. Well, maybe not a boss, but whatever. He's a spirit, one of 5 ARMS spirits, and mind you, there's a roster of 15 from ARMS. He's at least in the top third of, I guess, important characters, but he's also an assist trophy, and assist trophies were mainly chosen for characters that just didn't have enough time to be put into the game, or just aren't big enough to be put into the game. I definitely don't think it was the latter. I think it was the first one. I think it's just because they didn't have the time to. Mainly that timing. ARMS probably wasn't far enough in development when Smash Ultimate started development, so the team just shafted the ARMS rep to being an assist trophy instead of a fighter, because that's what they just had to do for time. And they had to choose a character they think would represent ARMS the best as an assist trophy. Just assist trophy only. And they chose Springman. So clearly, Springman was a character that they considered being the main rep for ARMS. Just an assist trophy was what they had to do for a rep. And add on to this, the stage they chose for Min Min was Springman's stage from ARMS instead of the Ramen Bowl for Min Min. So, I personally just think it should have been Springman. He was also basically the main thing on the box art. He was in almost all the promotional material. I just think it should have been him. I also have a personal thing. I used to play Springman and Springtron in Smash, or not Smash, ARMS, my bad. And I just wanted to see him in Smash. That's not to say, though, I'm like mad Min Min's in, because no. I think Min Min still looks like a good, unique, interesting fighter. Whatever other words you can use to replace those, I mean it. I think she, in my opinion, is the most unique fighter we've gotten through the Smash DLC. Maybe just in Smash in general. Sure, some maybe disagree with me. Some would say Hero, which I think that's another really unique fighter. But personally, I think it's Min Min just for how she's controlled. Because there's not really any other character that's controlled like Min Min. You have to use both the A and B button to really get in a proper attack. Sure, you could just use one arm, but from my understanding, if you really want to get in like a good simple combo, just still good move set though, is just one arm, another arm, possibly another one. Just keep throwing their arms out. You don't want to just do one. You want to do both. One after another. Lock someone in there. And you can't really do that with many other characters. I mean, sure, some characters are able to stun someone and then pile on another move in there. But Min Min just does something I think would really only be done with an ARMS fighter, which is why I really did think that ARMS deserved a rep this entire time. I know even some people, and there were some people online that were saying ARMS didn't deserve a rep. I disagree with that. I think ARMS is one of the Nintendo IPs that really deserved a rep. Sure, there are some other Smash characters or franchises that deserve another rep, but I think ARMS was the one that just deserved one rep at the very least. And I think Min Min, although it wouldn't be my pick, I think she still deserves to be in for her own reasons. As far as what I remember, she won all the character battles or whatever through the ARMS tournaments thing. I don't know, I didn't really play any of them, but I believe she won almost, if not all of them. So clearly, in the ARMS community, she is the most popular character. Along with that, the creator of ARMS, according to Sakurai, recommended Min Min. So I can't really argue with that. So Min Min, people who wanted Min Min in Smash, I think you guys wanted a reasonable character. Because I think as being the representation for arms, I think that's perfectly fine. The community chose their rep. You know, they're the ones that said, this is who we want representing arms. And, well, there you go. She's the main fighter. And it's not like the other fighters are completely disregarded. I looked at some of Min Min's alternate costumes, skins, whatever, and you can definitely tell they represent other fighters, which is, nice. And just overall, I think Min Min looks like a really unique, interesting fighter, just like her stage, which is how I'm going to segue again into talking about her stage. Great segue. Not really. I apologize. I'm new to this, so bear with me. Maybe I'll get better someday. But yeah, the Springman stage, I don't know what it's called, and I don't really feel like looking it up, but the new ARM stage looks like fun. It looks simple enough to where I think it could be a competitive legal stage or whatever, but it's not really that concerns me, because whenever I'm just playing casually, I prefer to use stages normally, but online and such, my friends prefer to have it on Omega, but every once in a while, and this is mainly with the DLC stages themselves, we'll just keep them how they are normally, and I think this may be another stage. It's simple enough to where it doesn't feel like you could just get trapped in the corner and someone could just grab you and throw you out of the blast zone or whatever, and, well, you die at like 12%. No. This looks like a stage that introduces unique mechanics, but you can't just cheese it to where you can kill someone below like 30. It looks like a stage that it's going to be fun, but there's not so much stuff going on to where you just kind of question why someone would choose to play on that stage. It's like when someone chooses to play as that one stage based off, I believe, like a DS game with a bunch of leaves everywhere. Why would you choose that stage? I get it, the music is nice, so put it on Omega. If you choose that stage how it is normally, something is not right with you and the brain. I'm sorry. That stage is just one of the worst stages in Smash, in my opinion. I'm sorry to Sakurai and everyone on his team, whoever worked on that stage. I'm sorry, but that stage, I can't believe that one got in, but not Pac-Man from Smash 3DS. Like, what the heck? But, anyways, yeah. The stage, ARMS, looks good. It looks like fun. It's unique. Would have matched more with Springman, but whatever. I don't really care, I think. But along with the stage, the music that's going to be playing on that stage, oh my gosh. Like, you cannot deny that ARMS has a great soundtrack. I would argue it's the best thing of part of the game. Or of thing. I'm sorry, I cannot English right now. But yeah, ARMS' music soundtrack, it's just amazing. The ARMS theme really just, it gets you into the mood. Like, it feels like a hype theme, Like, you hear it and you're like, oh yeah, let's do this, I feel like it's just something that's perfect for Smash, and honestly, I'm surprised it wasn't just included in Smash by itself, since Springman was an assist trophy. I mean, sure, it didn't have a stage, and most songs or tracks in Smash at least have a stage, but hey, the Tetris theme was in Smash beforehand, so it's really whatever. It's in the game now, and that's what I'm happy about. We got the ARMS theme. There's some other good themes, I can't name them off the top of my head, but I know there's some really good ones. Now, moving on from the ARMS fighter and everything that comes with the fighter, let's move from the stuff that isn't coming with the fighter, at least not that fighter's pass, rather things that are just coming alongside it, but separately. That's the Mii fighters. Personally, I think this is one of the better lineups we've had for Mii fighters. Not the best one, but one of the better ones. I want to first start off with the Squid Sisters. I wasn't expecting more Splatoon outfits. Not that these are bad, at least for the most part, but I wasn't expecting them. I don't think Inklings translate well with Mii faces. I remember when they revealed the Inkling Mii costume, for Smash 4. I wasn't very pleased with the face, but there's only so much you can do with a Mii's face, I guess. But it's fine. It's not like a Mii fighter costume is supposed to be perfect. It's just a Mii costume. They look fun. It's funny seeing Callie do the rocket kick thing. It's funny seeing Marie shoot people with a gun, whether it is a Splatoon gun or not. It's still funny. So there's that. As for another ARMS rep, I guess, or whatever, we have Ninjara, who I can't help but feel bad for the people that wanted him in Smash, if there was any people. Considering that Sakurai did say he was a possible contender for being a Smash rep, and here he is just being cited for a Mii costume. Like, you gotta admit, that's gotta hurt for some people. So, feel bad for you guys, but hey, at least he's in the game as a spirit and a Mii costume. That's better than some people. So, he looks cool, I think he translates a lot better into Mii costume. I think all of the ARMS characters did, compared to the Squid Sisters and whatnot. But there's that. Hayachi from Tekken. Not gonna lie, I was a little disappointed to see him as a Mii costume. But, it's fine. That means that there's going to be more Bandai Namco characters. And for all I know, it doesn't deconfirm him. I mean, personally, I think if a Mii Fighter costume gets added after the base game gets released, kind of deconfirms him as a fighter. But I could be completely wrong. Maybe the next fighter in the Fighter's Pass is going to be Hayachi. And I'll just be completely shocked, But regardless, I think he looks fine, looks like Hayachi. And then there's the final and probably the most notable Mii Fighter costume. It's Sans 3.0 minus the music track, and that's Vault Boy from Fallout. I mean, they did a similar thing what they did with the Assassin's Creed main character, so I don't know his name. I don't play Assassin's Creed, but they had his name instead of Assassin's Creed. And I believe what happened in other countries that they did just say Assassin's Creed, so I wonder if the same case happened with Fallout. I'll have to check later. But I think he looks cool, It's cool to get a Bethesda rep, even if it isn't an actual fighter. It's still nice to see them in the game, some form. Like how Ubisoft had a few Rayman spirits or whatever. We also got Rabbids and, like I was talking about earlier, Assassin's Creed outfit. So it's cool to see these studios that didn't have an actual fighter or assist trophy or anything at least get some kind of representation. If we don't get Doom Guy as a fighter, which I would be genuinely surprised if we didn't, but I don't know. I could also see him not being in the game. That's a discussion for another topic, another video, whatever. The point is, I think Vault Boy, he makes sense. He looks cool. And I'm sure I'm going to see a bunch of Vault Boy heads on everything I don't want to see Vault Boy's head on. But that's just what you gotta expect with these Mii Fighter costumes. Anyways, guys, that's it for this video. What do you guys think about Crash 4 and Min Min being in Smash? What do you guys think about the Mii Fighter costumes? Leave your thoughts in the comment section below, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Until then, see ya.